Hello, welcome to the channel, welcome to another reaction video, and it's time again for Rome Season 1, episode number 6. And yeah, a little recap of the previous episode. It was an episode where a lot of stuff happened. It wasn't like a big action piece of an episode or anything, but it had a lot of seeds were planted going forward for the next episode and the rest of the season, of course. One of the first major plot points, of course, was Lucius Vorenus going back into the army. He tried to work for some guy that was like a trader, and he said that guy said to Lucius, "I can use you. You can come with me. Maybe be like some kind of a bodyguard. Just your presence there will scare off people, not to mess with me or anything." And he actually got involved in some business disagreement. That guy, he delivered like 50 pigs to another dude, and those pigs were diseased, and they didn't find any truffles, so the guy didn't want to pay full price, and it was a kind of it was a big disagreement. And Lucius Vorenus had to break the guy's arm, and later the other guy said slit his throat, and this was a step too far for Vorenus, so he walked away. And yeah, he basically didn't have any other choice than to go back into the army because he didn't make any money. He tried to set up also a little like a grocery shop or anything, but that didn't work out because his party turned to shit basically because of his sister-in-law. And so yeah, I think his wife said, we don't have any money to pay the rent, so we're going to be evicted. So yeah, he needed the money, he needed a steady income, and he decided to go back into the army. He went to Mark Antony, and he said, "I'm going to take you up on that offer." And Mark Antony was like, "What offer? That offer has expired." But in the end, Mark Antony said, "You're in luck because I'm all alone here. Caesar has left. I'm in need of good men." So he was allowed back in. There were several things that I had to look up. One of the things that Vorenus said and Mark Antony said, that he was now Evocati. I thought maybe it was like a special unit or anything, like maybe special forces or a unit that protects high-ranking people, but that's of course a Praetorian Guard. So I had to look it up. I said it before, my Roman knowledge is pretty good, but I don't know everything. So I looked it up, and Evocati, let me see. Evocati were veteran soldiers who had already completed their full term of service and technically retired, which he did. We saw it in the episode. He retired from the army. He said, I can't support Caesar anymore because he is bringing an army onto Italian soil, which was not allowed. And he retired. And it says here as well, these men were personally invited back into service, often by a commander they respected, like Julius Caesar or Mark Antony. So that's also the case. Mark Antony himself, he presented the offer to Lucius Vorenus in the first place. He first declined it, and after that he went back. It also says here they weren't ordinary recruits. They were highly experienced veterans, and they were often exempt from the worst duties like digging ditches or building camps, used as elite, reliable troops or as leaders. So, that's Evocati. And he also got a little promotion. He said, "I'm prefect first class." Looked it up. There is not one rank of prefect. I thought maybe it was like a colonel or something similar to that, but there was various military prefects. You have here excuse me, my Latin is not what it used to be, the Prefectus Alae, commander of a cavalry unit. You have Prefectus Castrorum, is a camp commander. Prefectus Classis is fleet commander. So there are various prefects. It's a rank in the army. And he said, I think in the episode he said prefect first grade. Couldn't find anything about that. So what they probably wanted to achieve, the creators of the show, is want to show us viewers like, hey man, this guy is getting promotion, so they just called him a prefect. It's a certain rank, but like I said, you have the very I think like 10 or 12 different prefects. So I don't know which one they mean. You have like I said, Prefectus Equatum. There's a cavalry commander. So you have all sorts of different prefects. So I think the most important thing is that he got a promotion, and he's now Evocati, which is a highly respected position in the military. And the other stuff in the episode that also happened was, which I really liked, not the torturing part, but Titus Pullo and Octavian, they were kind of creating a bond. At the beginning of the episode, Pullo was training Octavian, and later he asked for his help to find out what is going on between Niobe, the wife of Varanus, and sister-in-law's husband, of course. And turns out that they were tortured him. They cut off his thumbs, and the guy admitted that they had an affair, and that the child that they are posing as Varanus' grandkid is actually Niobe's and that guy's baby. So he admitted to that. So now Pullo and Octavian know about that. They said, we're not going to tell Varanus because it's going to shatter him, and I think that's the right decision. It's difficult because you want to help your friend, you want to tell him the truth, of course, but it's going to shatter his world. And yeah, I don't think it will end well for Varanus and for Niobe and also for their children. So yeah, it's a difficult decision, of course, but I think for now, considering the state of mind and everything that's going on with the civil war brewing, I think it's the right decision to do. And they killed the guy, the other who fathered the child, so that they took away that part. So if Varanus is now back in the army and he goes away for a long time again, there's no risk of them getting back together or anything. So yeah, we're probably going to see some more stuff about that in this episode. And for the rest, yeah, Julius Caesar broke off his affair with Servilia, who didn't take it very well. She was actually crushed by it. She slapped Caesar, and he slapped her around a little bit as well. And after that, we saw her, I think in a temple or something, and she was casting a spell or a curse on Attia, who she found out was behind all the graffiti in the town, and on Julius Caesar. She said some horrible stuff. I want, you have to take his limbs, take his stomach, take his heart, and also that his penis has to shrivel, which is not something that I wish upon anybody. So, she's taking it very hard. She didn't see it coming, of course, but yeah. They also explained the episode Caesar didn't really have a choice because, the graffiti and basically Attia was mocking him and his affair. And Caesar's wife is very important to him because his slave also said, you can't get a divorce now because you need her family support. There were some big senators probably in her family, pretty important family. So yeah, he broke it off, and he then left to pursue Pompey, who sailed to Greece, and they're probably going to meet up and fight there, which is actually what happened if you read the history books. So yeah, a lot of stuff happened, and yeah, I can't wait to dive into this episode. So I think we just have to do that and see what's happening. So this is Rome, Season 1, Episode 6. Let's go. The slave kid that Varanus brought back from Gaul. He was the only one to survive. I think everybody else was sick. I thought they locked him up, but that he had to live in this crate. But I think he was playing hide and seek. If it was the little slave kid, I think it was, but...
Evander's been missing for 2 months. Something bad has happened.
Very likely something bad has happened.
2 months already. So, little time jump. It's been 2 months since Pullo and Octavian killed that guy.
Wake up, Mark Antony's waiting.
Above and die, pig fucker.
So Mark Antony is waiting. Is Pullo going to re-enlist as well?
Mars and Bologna swell with pride at your doings. I say
to you know what cack you speak. Would you just get on with your point, man?
Like, I don't want all that praising and everything. Just get to the point.
Varanus.
Out!
Cynthia. A pair, my love.
Okay, so Rain is helping Mark Antony there, and Pulo as well. Maybe like bodyguards or something.
Forgive me, have we met before?
Have we not? No idea. I always pretend so with civilians.
That's smart. You must know Mark Antony, right? I think everybody knows it.
You'll excuse all the bustle. I found Pompey's taste in decor rather dull. I like a little more colour.
As you say.
You shall make it lovely.
I know that guy. Plays like the villain, I think in Ace Ventura. The second one, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Plays like a snobbish English guy. It's pretty weird to see him like this.
The most senior senator left in Rome.
I have that honor.
And a turnabout Pompeian to boot.
It just reminds him of his loyalty.
There are a couple of legislative items I wish to see enacted immediately. I'm sure you'll be happy to assist.
Oh, he's bribing him with a promotion.
In every province of Italy, 1/3 of all those employed at labouring with cattle or in agriculture must be freedmen or citizens. Too many slaves, you see. They've taken all the work, which causes unemployment amongst the free populace.
Pushing some big changes. And this guy needs to comply with them, otherwise he can forget his promotion.
You can put your arguments to them. Fine orator like yourself might just persuade them that Caesar is wrong.
That won't be necessary.
He's not going to do that. He's not going to oppose Caesar, of course.
You know Pasco, of course. Caesar's creature. He'll take all the details. Pompey.
This guy is like, man, what did I get myself into? And his wife doesn't look happy at all.
That was your worry, wasn't it? That Caesar would turn out to be just another tyrant sort. But here's him and Mark Antony getting jobs for the unemployed. You can't complain about that now, can you?
Yeah, it sounds good, in theory. I don't know what's the catch, but...
Drink, you.
Aye, drink. What of it?
I'll not argue.
in uniform. They're allowed even.
I want Kryto. You can't stay married to a drover, not now that your father's a prefect. It wouldn't be right.
I told her.
Far too low. Fortune blessed you hadn't paid out dowry.
So she'll be forced to marry a guy that she doesn't love. They keep making the same mistakes.
You know what it means.
You hold your tongue.
Or what? What will you do?
The daughter with an attitude? Holy crap.
My wife won't even couple with me. Why not?
Says she can't, but her sister stays. What's her sister to do with it? What difference should that make?
Maybe she's grieving about the guy as well. Because she did have an affair with him. She probably loved him at some point.
What is wrong with What is wrong with me? I'm served this way.
You should leave her, maybe. Seeing as she makes...
So that was more than one drink. Totally wasted.
It's all right, lad. It'll be all right.
Yeah, it's good to see that they become so close. So good friends. Pulo's really there for him now. I think he feels maybe a bit guilty. You know, he killed the guy, so...
Does anyone wish to speak against the motion?
Of course not. Everybody there is a supporter of Caesar. All the senators that were in favor of Pompey, they all left. So it's pretty easy for them now to pass laws and everything. Nobody's going to oppose them.
Asking around.
See if I could find out anything for you. Only I know a few shady characters, see. Types that might know what's what when a man's gone missing.
Ooh. He's going to tell us some lie probably that he left or anything.
Gambling debts, they say.
Gambling. Vanda never gambled.
Well, sure, it's the sort of thing a man keeps quiet around his wife, innit?
Yeah, definitely spinning a lie now. Maybe to discredit the guy.
My advice, best forget about him. Best get on with your life.
It isn't true.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. He won't accept it. Also, Niobe seemed a bit shocked. probably a little bit sad. Like I said, she loved him at one point.
Forget Evander. Forget the past.
So he definitely made sure to look at Niobe when he said that. Move on. Forget the past.
And you stole my husband. Stole nothing. He came to me. He came to me. I never loved him. I love my husband.
Yeah. Why did you have sex with him? And have a kid with him?
I had given him a child. Is that it? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Forgive me. I curse you, sister.
So yeah, the sister's really mad, and I can understand that.
Curse you.
So, now she said, I curse you. Maybe she's gonna go to Varanus and tell everything, just to get back at her sister. He's learning fast. Well, he's been training for a couple of months already, because we did have a little time job, but yeah, he's getting better. So awkward between them. Got a lot of stuff happening, you know, that you need to find each other again. So everybody's going back to their quiet lives. Feel like it's the calm before the storm, probably. Not gonna stay this quiet. Okay, so we are going to get to see Caesar. I was wondering, you know, if we got to see him, because he's off fighting Pompey in Greece.
While avoiding battle, he has gathered a good 10 legions from the east, and I found myself badly outnumbered.
Okay, that's bad news. 10 legions.
As you are able.
Mark Antony's probably happy, because he hates all this politics stuff, so now he can go out and fight.
Can we afford such expense? Things as they are with Caesar in Greece, well, surely we should be more prudent.
Don't worry about a thing, my dear. I'm thinking ahead.
That's one thing he always does, yeah. But spending all that money, probably keep it in the bank.
Put off this moment long enough, my dear. Mother. You will penetrate someone today, or I will burn your wretched books in the yard.
This is also really awkward. So he has to have sex with somebody because his mother tells him to. Of course, we're looking at it through modern eyes, of course. Maybe it was back then, it was pretty normal for a mother to arrange that for his son. Because as she said, you know, you're not a man until you have done that, so.
There's nothing to it.
If there's nothing to it, why such a fuss made of the thing?
That's true. Speaking some wisdom again. Well, let's get it over with, you know. You'll probably like it.
Oh, I'm sure we have just the thing.
We're now getting a lineup of girls where he gets to choose from.
Exotique, perhaps?
So guys in there as well, of course.
That will be fine.
Hold on, young master. No point hurrying. Big decision, this. Let's have a look at a couple.
This one is perfectly adequate.
Probably pick somebody with a little bit of experience to guide him through it.
The girl better fucking like Helen of Troy with her ass on fire, or I'll know the reason why.
Maybe he's gonna pretend, you know, that he's not gonna have sex with her, but just sit there and tell them afterwards that it was great.
Caesar is doomed, and you with him, unless you make a separate peace.
And?
If you do, Pompey will be merciful and generous.
Man, he's going behind Caesar's back, trying to make peace with Mark Antony. He wouldn't do that if he was convinced that he would beat Caesar.
Dismissed.
Varanus has got looking mad down to an art, you know. He's really good at looking angry and everything. But yeah, he clearly didn't agree with Mark Antony taking a peace treaty with Pompey. Which he's not going to do, of course.
Turn over, would you?
Is he ashamed? He's gonna have sex with her, so he's gonna see it anyway.
Seeing as I'm with the quality.
Not a chance.
Trying to get a little action himself.
Welcome, Dominus.
She's not pretending that she already went to bed because he's so late. Make him feel guilty.
I confess I'd quite forgotten you were coming, so this is a lovely surprise. Excuse me a moment.
Man, this woman, such a good actress. The actress is a good actress, but Atya herself also. It looks like he really did it.
Here he is, young Apollo.
How was it?
It was pleasant.
Pleasant.
I don't get the sense that he enjoyed it a whole lot, so probably not his #1 hobby.
Pompey has gathered 10 men for every one of Caesar's. Arithmetic has no mercy.
I feared it was so.
That's why I need to help him.
You've become a powerful man. The people love you.
Only because they don't know me.
You could be the first man in Rome if you wanted.
She's saying that he should take the treaty with Pompey.
I've been thinking. We should get married.
Trying to secure her own position.
That of all things.
Perhaps I love you.
Ah. You're joking. For a moment there,
Yeah.
you had me worried.
She's joking. You know, if he stays with Caesar, Caesar wins. Her position is set if she marries him. If he goes with Pompey and Pompey wins, the position is also secured. So, a win-win for her.
You'll be very well situated. You have the people with you. You have possession of the city. You only lack money.
Actually saying to him to betray Caesar.
I had not realized until now what a wicked old harpy you really are.
That didn't work out like she intended.
Excellency Mark Antony orders 13th Legion to muster on the field of Mars.
Why, where are we going?
Greece.
So he is going. Yeah, I don't think he has a choice, right? Yeah, what's he going to do with the messenger? He's going to kill him?
Excuse me. I'd forgot you.
Well, he got his answer.
Have him well oiled before he is presented.
Buona dear. I'm afraid to ask.
Gifts for Sevilla.
Gifts for Sevilla, which you ruined by spreading all the graffiti. I don't think she wants gifts from you.
When Caesar and his dog Antony are defeated. If they are defeated.
When they are defeated.
You'll need her goodwill.
And this will buy it, you think?
Trust me, you're not going to get it. We all know that.
It was you made Caesar renounce her.
Oh, what if I did? She doesn't know it.
Does she not? She's not stupid either.
Sevilla has no guile in her. If she knows it, we would certainly have heard of it.
She knows about it. She put a curse on you.
To what do I owe this generosity?
It's a gesture of friendship.
Friendship. Thank your mother for her.
Yeah, she knows.
Please forgive my ill humour.
There's nothing to forgive.
I've known you since you were a little girl. You have a good soul.
Unlike your mother.
Tell your mother that I'm grateful for the gifts and that I treasure her friendship as always.
She's going to stab you in the back. The minute she gets a chance, of course. Well, not her, but her mother.
You be a good girl. Do as you're told.
Okay, so Apollo is off to fight. Yeah, I don't think he ever really quit the army, right? He said he was going to do it. To Varanus, he said, yeah, you got out, so probably I will get out. But I don't think he ever did, so... Yeah, he doesn't like leaving Rome. Which I can understand, of course. Here they go. After war. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to show any battle scenes or anything. Ugh. Big ass storm. Let's hope they don't lose any men in this storm. Any ships would sink. And they need all the men, of course.
Why can't you learn to keep your back mouth shut?
Damn. That doesn't look good. Holy crap. So, episode number 6 of season 1 of Rome. And yeah, I gotta say, it was a pretty good episode. It was a little bit slower. You know, everything that we saw was, they took the time to unfold it. Not any really big events that we saw. No fights, no drama really. You know, it was really, yeah, like I said, a slower episode. And I think I even said so during the reaction, the calm before the storm, and that's how it felt for me to watching this episode. And you know, it literally ended with a storm. So I think that's also a way for the creators to say, like, hey man, we've got this storm now. Whatever you saw before was the calm before the storm. We're into the storm now. So probably the next episode we'll see the battle between Julius Caesar and Pompey Magnus. You know, I don't know if they're going to actually show the battle, the fighting, because that will probably require a lot of extras, 10,000 men, CGI probably. So I don't know if they're going to show it. Maybe we're going to show some little skirmishes here and there, or maybe we will see the aftermath. Yeah, we have to wait to see, of course, for the next episode what happens. But yeah, definitely something is happening in the next episode, I think. And everything that we saw today in this episode was leading up to that. There were some smaller incidents, you know, like Attila trying to marry Mark Antony to secure her position. She was like really urging Mark Antony to take like a deal with Pompey, you know, trying to convince him of the fact that he would be very powerful. But luckily for Caesar, you know, Mark Antony has friendship and loyalty pretty high up on his list, and he knows for a fact that if Caesar is victorious, that he's going to be rewarded anyway. So it was probably not the easiest of decisions, because he knows when he goes to Greece, even with his troops there, they're going to be outnumbered. So yeah, I think it's a testimony to the kind of man that Mark Antony is. And like I said, loyalty and friendship are really important to him. So yeah, respect to him that he's going. And yeah, I hope Julius Caesar, although the storm at the end, we have to wait and see how this is going to affect the troops, of course. But so yeah, for the rest, we saw also Attila trying to make things right with Servilia, who accepted her gift, but I think she did it mainly because of the daughter of Attila. She said to her, you know, I know that you're not at fault here, you're a good person, and you know, I don't think she wants to give away the fact that she knows that Attila is behind the graffiti. She's gonna wait probably for a better moment to get back at her. And yeah, you can still see, you know, Attila is very smart, very cunning person, trying to secure a future, of course, in case Caesar is defeated, because he's family of Caesar. So, you know, if Caesar is defeated, he's going to be probably affected by that as well. For the rest, we got to see Octavian. He went to a hooker together with Pulo. I don't know if he actually had sex with her. I think he did, because she was naked at the end. So I think they probably had sex. I don't really get the idea that he was a big fan of it for some reason. He's very into his books and into his teachings and everything. So he's not really preoccupied with stuff like that. He did it for his mother, but yeah, he did it. He's a man now, and he's got sent away because also Attila fears that if Caesar loses, that he's a male member of the Julii family, so he's going to be in danger. So she sent him away. And yeah, for the rest, we got to see Lucius Vorenus connecting with his wife again. I think they are on better terms now. Things were really difficult between them. They were struggling. Of course, the brother-in-law is out of the way. Pullo and Octavian killed him. The sister is out of the way. She left. So yeah, they can't get back now to cementing their marriage, trying to reestablish a connection. Kind of dreading that's also the calm before the storm in that department. I think for some reason that Vorenus is going to find out. Maybe the sister is going to tell him because she was really angry with Niobe, which she has good reason to, of course. So maybe she's going to tell Vorenus, I don't know, and that's going to shatter his world once again. Also eager to see if that is going to happen, of course. And yeah, for the rest, like I said, not a whole lot of stuff happened. It was kind of a quieter episode, leading up to probably a bigger episode. And yeah, I can't wait to dive into the next one. So yeah, I'm going to keep this recap short for once. A lot of times we just ramble on. But yeah, like always, drop your ideas in the comments. Tell me what you thought about this episode. Tell me what you thought about the real life events. Maybe stuff I missed. Maybe stuff that I got wrong. Don't have any doubts about educating me. I also enjoy that quite a bit. I'm not the kind of guy, if I get something wrong, if you correct me, I get angry or anything, or I get give you an attitude. I really like the opportunity to learn stuff. Like I said, I know quite a lot about the Roman Empire. I read a lot about it. Don't know anything. Like I said in the intro, I didn't even know what a prefect was exactly. So, I'm not too big to admit it. If I don't know stuff, I don't know it. And if you in the position to educate me, I welcome it. And this is what history is all about: learning and also teaching others, but also learning yourself. And that's an opportunity that I always like to take. So yeah, if you have any ideas, drop it in the comments, and I'm happy to discuss about it. And yeah, also if you feel like I've earned it, maybe subscribe to the channel. That would really help me out a lot. We have to keep the channel growing, because how big the channel is, the more opportunity I will get to make videos and maybe go places, maybe even go to Italy and visit some of the sites associated with the show. That would be a dream, of course. I've been to Rome, but I don't think I have been to like exactly positions where all this takes place. I've been to the Forum, I've been to the place where Caesar was assassinated, but maybe go there once again and make some videos about it, show you guys, maybe for people who are not have the opportunity to go there themselves, and maybe you can see that. And it's pretty cool, of course. But yeah, we need a bigger channel. We need more. It's difficult for me to say, but we need more income. I don't have to make money, especially it's not like I have to live off this channel or anything. But all the money that I make with this channel goes back into the channel by doing trips. And so yeah, subscribing helps with that, and gives me more opportunities to show history to the world. So I would be very appreciative of that. And yeah, if you're just here to watch the episode, also greatly appreciate it. And I hope you will join me again on the next one. Bye-bye.